Monday. Sponsored by Gray's Furniture Galleries.
Hello everyone, shrimp season opened last week and fishermen are out in the Sound and the Gulf of Mexico searching for a bountiful harvest. We wanted to give you an up-close look at what goes into catching the shrimp that land on your plates. So today, join me as we climb aboard the sailfish and take a ride with Captain Mike Moore with the Biloxi Cruise Company to see how it's done.
This is the sailfish. She's called the sailfish because she sails like a fish in the wind. She is the original Biloxi Shrimp and Trip. She was built in 1953, and this boat has been doing shrimp and trips in the same channel. 7 local families own it, and we're the 7th family, and we've had the honor of running this business for over 15 years. To meet many people from all over the world, and we get to share our coast with them. At one time, we were considered to be the shrimp capital of the world, and even the seafood capital of the world. We had the canning industries in the late 1800s and early 1900s that put Biloxi on the map. A lot of our key families here were driving forces and providing seafood to the world. I'd just like to show anybody and everything, if there's anything in that net, if it swims or if it comes from our ocean or from our sound, we'd like to tell everybody the commercial value of it, whether if it's just good for the environment or does it have a dollar figure to it, and what times of the year you're able to fish for them and how. The way a shrimp trawl works is it's basically designed like a funnel in the water. It has a cork line and a chain line. That's what opens her up vertically. As she cones off, that makes a tail. And a tail makes a bag. And the way you make a bag of a tail is you just tie a knot in the end of it. It's a series of slip knots in a roll that we do. We like to call it a shrimperman's knot. Once we get the net prepped to throw, we literally toss it in the water and water pressure lets it go out. And from there, in front of the trawl is a tickler chain. It runs about a foot and a half in front of the trawl, and it basically beats the mud up and tickles shrimp up. That's why it's called a tickler chain. It kicks them up off the bottom because shrimp bury themselves in the mud. And then what the trawl does, being it's shaped like a cone, it acts like a vacuum cleaner. It sucks them shrimp up and goes to the back of the trawl into the bag. And then from there, we bring it in. Every time you beat them, grab one that's got some size to it and squeeze it. We really started working on an oyster nursery. Right now we got over 3 million larvae that have been grown out into seed right now. Trying to show people all the different stages of how an oyster grows and how we can produce oysters, and not only how we bring them to the table on a plate, but how can we help save our Gulf. There's a lot of loving in that water down there in that mud. At the end of the day, we have a really rich environment. That mud that silts in from the Mississippi River provides a great habitat for these fish to hide. From Louisiana, basically all the way to Bayou La Batre, Alabama, there's some of the sweetest tasting oysters, shrimp, and blue crab. Hands down fact. People can't argue with it.
What an awesome educational way to spend an afternoon. I love how Captain Mike also shares the history of the industry. By the way, if you have an idea for Meggan Monday, please email us at megganmonday@wxxv25.com and enjoy those shrimp.